All right, boys and girls, this is Mr. Slates, and it is time to start Logic of English, Lesson 15. And we actually only have one new phonogram to learn for this week's lesson, and it's the UI. Now, this is the sound the UI makes in English words. It goes ooh. Can you say that? Ooh, like in the word fruit. Now, you might also notice that that is the third sound of just our plain O, right? O, ooh. This is actually quite a rare sound that ooh is made with the UI. Does that make sense? You're not going to see this very often, like fruit or suit, that kind of thing. So say ooh of fruit. All right. Now, just a question. Do you think I can use this at the end of an English word? I can't, can I? Can anyone explain why I can't use this at the end of an English word? It ends in I, doesn't it? I can't have this at the end of a word because it ends in I. Here's what we're going to do to review all of our phonograms that we've learned so far this year. I have 4 choices, A, B, C, and D. I'm going to take and I'm going to put phonograms up here on my board with A, B, C, and D. And then I'm going to say the sound of the phonograms. But one of them I'm not going to say correctly. Your job is to guess which one is not correctly. Actually, you're not going to guess because you know these phonogram sounds really well, or at least you should. So you can do this however you want in your classroom. You can have whiteboards, and each of you mark down A, B, C, or D, which one you think is correct. You can do it a turn and talk, where you turn and talk to a partner and just decide, or you can just do it as an entire class. It's totally up to you and your teachers. So let's go ahead and get started. You ready? Here we go. Oo, g, th, ch, k, sh. So figure out which one I made the mistake on. It was this one, wasn't it? This is the 2-letter right, that I can use at the beginning or end of English words. Let's try another set. Here's our new one. Ready? Here we go. Ooh, aw, a, ed, d. Which one did I make a mistake on? This one, right? Ed, d. What's the sound? T. Nice. Let's do another set. Okay, listen carefully. Aw, ow, sh, and wah. Which one did I make a mistake on? A. Aw, and then af, right? And frankly, the only word you're ever going to see it in af is laugh. But we use that a lot, plus there's lots of words that go with laugh. Laughs, laughter, laughing, laughed. Oops. 2 more sets. All right, listen carefully. A, aw, e, ah, o. Which one am I making a mistake on? This one. It's e, a. Nice. A is not as common. It's the least common sound, but it still makes an A sound, like in steak or break. All right, last set. Ready? Here we go. I, o, oo, uff, off, ow, o, r. Which one am I making a mistake on? That was kind of tricky, right? Because this is the biggest one. I did make a mistake on this one. So do it with me. Ready? O, oo, uff, off, aw, ow. O, oo, uff, off, aw, ow. Nice job. All right, we're going to move on to something different now. We're going to talk about our C and our G. So really quickly, let's think about the 2 sounds that our C makes when it's in an English word. So say the first sound, the one you learned a long time ago that all of us knew even before coming to 3rd or 2nd grade. It's k, right? K. Okay, think about it. You've probably never done this before, but think about it. Where in your mouth are you placing your tongue when you say that k, k. Okay, the tongue, maybe if you can't feel your tongue, where are you feeling the air when you make the k sound? It should be towards the front of your mouth, right? K. Do you feel it's kind of hard and sort of choppy? Sort of like that? Do you feel that? Now say the second sound. What's the second sound this letter can make? Oh, isn't that much nicer? It feels so much nicer on my tongue, like ah. So I've got k, which is pretty hard, and s, which is sort of soft. And that's actually how people who study words, they put them into two categories. When k makes its k sound, or c makes its k sound, they call it the hard sound, because it is kind of hard, and it's towards the front of my mouth. It almost reminds me of something being chopped up. And then when you say the s sound, it is very soft, and that's what they call it, the soft C. So you've got the hard C, k, and you've got the soft C. S. Now let's look at this one. See if you can remember the two sounds of our G. G and D. G and J. Which one do you think is harder? And I don't mean harder to pronounce or harder to say, but which one feels harder in your mouth? Sort of like the first sound, k. You should have said the first sound, right? The g. It's sort of towards the front where you're feeling most of the action, and it is sort of a harder sound, g, versus j. Very soft, right? So the G, g sound is its hard sound, and the G, j sound is its soft sound. Okay, thumbs up if you understand. Both of these have what's called a hard sound, k and g, and a soft sound, s and j. It's kind of easier on our mouths to even do. Now let's see if you remember the rules for when our C and G make those softer sounds, which is like their second sound. So see if anyone can remember the rule. You should have said something like, C will always say s or soften to s when it's followed by an E or Y. I love this rule because it's an always rule, right? It never is not this, okay? Now what about this one? Almost the same, but it's actually different too. Here's the key word for this one. G may say ja or soften to ja when it's followed by E, I, or Y. This is not an always, but it is a pretty helpful rule in case you come across a word you're not sure about. You can try the hard g, and if the hard g does not work, you can try the ja, which is really nice, right? So I'm going to put those up here, and I'm actually going to introduce you to a rule that we're not supposed to introduce to you yet. So don't tell people at Logic of English, because I'm going to do something that's not in this lesson, but I think it's important for all of you to know. So look at this card. We haven't talked much about silent E's at the end of words, but there are E's at the end of a lot of our words. And if you remember way back from first grade and kindergarten, they always taught you that is silent. It's like a ninja. It's quiet, right? It makes no sound. So if you hear an E at the end of a word, it is definitely not the actual E there. It's the Y taking the place of the E. When an E is at the end of an English word, it is silent, quiet. Now, most of us think, oh, the E is just there to make the vowel say its name, Mr. Slates. We knew that. That was like old news. But did you know there are other reasons why there is an E at the end of an English word? And part of it has to do with our C and G and their soft sounds. So if you think of a couple of words, look at this word. Anyone can read it? Chance, right? Chance. Do I say chink? Is that what I say? Chanky. Is that what I say? Chanky? Ooh, rhymes with jinky. No, that is not what I say, do I? This is silent, first of all. I'm going to put 2 lines under it because it's silent. Any letter that's silent in Logic of English, they tell us to put 2 lines under it. And then I'm going to put 1 line under my C because the C is softening to S because of the E, right? That's the only reason it's there. Look, it's not like the vowel is even close enough. It's too far away for it to even make the vowel say its name anyway. They don't say chains. It's way too far away. So the reason the E is at the end of that word is because of the C, making its second sound. The same is true of our ja, okay? Ja. But we're not going to go over that right now because I want you to spend some time exploring inside of your student notebook. So if you take out your student notebook, this is lesson 15, and look, it's all in one. Kind of nice. What you're going to do, you're going to turn to the first page, which is page 295, and you're going to see lots of C words and lots of G words. Here's what they want you to do. They want you to read the words and then highlight the C in one color, and then highlight the word right after it, not word, excuse me, letter, right after it in another color. Now they give you example colors, they say yellow and blue, but really you could do this with any colors that you want. You don't have to follow the colors that it says in there. You could also do circling of the C's and underlining of the next letter. This is totally up to you and your teacher. The whole point, boys and girls, is that we are expressing so that we can really remember when the C and the G make their second sound. So what you're going to do for the rest of the lesson today is you're going to highlight your C's and the next letter on this page and see what sound it makes. If it says soft C, then it's supposed to soften to S. If it says hard C, then you know it's the K. On the second page, you've got hard, soft, hard. Why does it do that, Mr. Slates? I think you'll figure it out by the end, but the same thing. You're going to highlight your G's in one color, then you're going to highlight the very next letter in another color and see what sound it's making. Is it going G, which is its hard sound, or is it going J, which is its soft sound? All right? That's your job. After you're done, talk to the person around you and see if you can figure out, is it really following these rules? Are these words that are in our notebooks really following the rule? Or are they not? All right, have a great day.